Hi, this is Genie Parada-Fishman from Agent Red International Showroom, and I am sitting down on the red couch with Lilia Gorodnitski, Creative Director
Hey.
of XCVI. Thank you so much for joining us today, Lilia.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Jeannie.
Happy,
How are you?
happy Valentine's Day. It is a very special day indeed.
I know, isn't it the perfect timing to have this interview because it's all about our customers, and the line is a letter of love, a labor of love to my customers. So, yeah, let's talk about it.
That's right. And we could talk about, my love for you for designing such an incredible collection.
Oh, thank you.
So I wanted to start by saying that, I feel extremely privileged to be a part of the XCVI family. I've been with XCVI and I've been working with your designs for, over a decade now. And it's been always my primary focus to continue to develop your vision and bring it to more people. And the response is just overwhelmingly positive, to say the least. Um,
Oh, so nice to hear
you
that.
know,
Thank you.
you and the company, you're just such an exceptional collection of humans, and the collection is so just unbelievable, and really, the way you relate to your consumer. So I think that, the way to start here is I wanted to hear about your roots. I know that you've been with XCVI since the very beginning, and you were actually part of, the launch of the whole idea. So tell me a little bit about how you started.
Well, I'm originally from Latvia, former USSR, and I immigrated in 1990. It was the year of 1990, very long time ago. And yeah, I went to Trade Tech College in Los Angeles, downtown Los Angeles, and finished it, I believe, in 1993. And I was developing and basically designing and sewing my my vision, my designs since then. And then I was looking for a boutique to sell my designs in, and I was walking on Melrose, as people do, and walked into the store, and here they were, Zeltzer family, and they happened to just open the boutique. They were just in business for a few months, and they needed merchandise, so it was just a perfect match, match made in heaven. And we started, developing line together. Yeah, it's an amazing story. Think about, very unique. And from the very beginning, we always had a vision of making casual, comfortable clothes, natural fibers, garment dye, and always stayed true to the first vision. In fact, we have original fabric, the stretch poplin. We started with this fabric, and we're still continuing with it.
And it's
And
one
then,
of
of
our number
course,
one fabrics.
yeah, because it's a perfect fabric for everyday life and for travel. You can fold them really nicely. It's very thin, and then you can just throw it in the washing machine. It dries very easily, and it's very, very comfortable, breathable fabric. So, but what changed over time, obviously, it became more sophisticated. It started with more of item-driven stuff, more of like a Melrose streetwear, and I think I'm sitting too close to the to the camera.
You're
And
very
then and now it's more of a true line. It's pieces that you can mix and match endlessly. I'm working very hard. Me and Aida, we work together on color palettes, and I make sure that color palette flows perfectly, and it's in the same level of coolness or warmness or whatever that tone is. So when you take the line, you can definitely mix and match pieces. You can build your own story, and so it's easy and exciting to sell in the showroom. And also when it's in the store, the consumer, they can, our customer, our lady, can pick up few pieces and mix them easily, mix and match, and it's just easy. The main philosophy of the line and always been to create something that you just put on and you just go, it's casual line. You don't need to think about it too much. I like to get dressed in 5 minutes, I don't like to
Right.
think about clothes too much.
Who
But
has time for anything more?
yeah, exactly. But nevertheless, you want to be elegant, you want to have uniqueness, little unique details, you want to have a sophisticated outfit, and you want to look good.
Right.
And it's very easy to relate to our girl, obviously, and we're trying our best to achieve it every time. Every single time we go through this, and we're thinking how to improve and how to make a better collection.
I always say, when I introduce XCVI, I
Mhm.
always say, and it is so true, XCVI is for any woman, any age, any size. And it's
Yeah.
hard to believe that one product can answer all of those people, body shapes, requests, but it does. It's incredible.
Yeah, we don't discriminate, we call it. We don't discriminate against anyone, and we have something for everyone.
That's right. And you know what? And
Mhm.
that is what inspires your loyal following. I have never seen such a fiercely loyal following for a collection. And I've been in this business for, 30 years already. I have people calling me all the time saying, I need to have this collection in my store. I bought it personally. I was traveling, and bought it. And I have these pieces in my
Perfect.
closet for
Yeah.
years. And I can't imagine why I still don't have it in my store. But once they become a customer, the true testament to the success of what you do is the fact that they remain a customer of XCVI. These people are loyal from season to season. It's incredible. How do you accomplish that? How do you have that unbreakable bond and connection with your client?
Well, I think it's all about love, isn't it? There is a little bit of magic here for sure, because and I tell this to my kids as well, when you create something, I mean, cook something or draw something or whatever this may be, you put little piece of yourself. And I think consumers, they definitely react to this. They feel love. Hopefully, they feel it. And yeah, I just want them to be very comfortable in it. It's like a warm hug, when you put the clothes on, that's how it should feel. There is nothing has to be tight or uncomfortable. And that's the goal, is just send the wave of love from here, from XCVI, from me and Aida and Alon, who all participate in this magic.
You know what? You hit the nail on the head there. I think there's so much to say about like the company and the product, but one of the most important one of the most important things is the authenticity. Okay, the
Yeah,
authentic connection that you have with your client, the honest connection, and the honest desire for really just customer service like I've never seen it before.
yeah.
It's such a well-oiled machine with
One. Mhm.
every part of the team is just exceptional, from of course your designs to Juan in the customer service who bends over backwards and all the ladies love him, of
Yeah,
course, to Aida's vision, and how she is able to connect and work with you,
yeah.
to Alon blessing, anything that needs to be done and really being so supportive. I mean, all of the elements in this formula just align, like a constellation.
Exactly. Exactly. It's interesting how it's definitely a chain of perfect, events. And if this one link is not working, it just
That's
falls
right.
apart. We have
It's
all
right.
the links. Every single person in XCVI is important and bringing a lot to the table. Yeah, and that's the secret. It's
You're
exactly
right.
what it
And
is. Hard work, every day, hard work,
exactly.
discipline. And yeah, that's what it is.
And I've been on the Instagram been posting like pictures from past shows and how happy people are in our booth. And I mean, literally people go there to
Yeah.
reunite with friends. Really the true essence of
Mhm.
it. They dance in the booth, the energy is really high,
Yeah.
and they're all happy. But going back to the product, It's incredible how you manage to incorporate all the consistency, all the consistent elements into every garment. Like to your point, the clothing looks chic, it looks polished, and yet it feels incredible on the body with your clever use of the combination of knit and woven, about how the jackets, they feel,
Exactly.
they look structured, but they never feel constricted. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. And of course, XCVI has become known and very well regarded for the best fitting pant of the market. Can you talk to that a little bit? How did you become known for your pants fit, which they're incredible, of course?
Oh my God, it's many years of trial and error, and yeah, it's just years and years of fittings. And every time we're trying our best to make it look better and better and yet have the comfort. Yeah, it's that's what it is. It's just many years of, and we have very good fit model. She's very, very professional. She actually is a former USA teen winner.
Oh,
And yeah, she's very beautiful, and she's very, very smart, and she's part of the team. Also, yeah, Crystal, my assistant, she is amazing. She takes notes. It's a very long, tedious process of trying garments, making sure Arcadio takes all the notes and puts everything done after the fitting on the dress form, make sure that the corrections will be done. And yeah, it's a very, very many step long process, and that's how we began with bottoms. I actually love pants. I love wearing pants because they're just so stylish and comfortable, and that's how we started. And at that time, it seemed like the market was missing, and it's still actually missing good bottoms, because a lot of people going with tops or dresses, and not a lot of people put design and thought into bottoms, and we're still famous for it. And that's, I love bottoms. I love designing bottoms, and yeah, that's what it is.
it's true. And you know what? It's really hard to get a great pant fit.
Mhm.
It's elusive to most designers. So once the woman finds the pant that fits her so well and is so easy to put on, because most of our pants are elastic waist. They're easy to put on and off. Some of them feature the drawstring, some don't, but they're easy to
Mhm.
wear and they look absolutely incredible. Like they're designed for each body individually. And you know what's really interesting? During my time, working with the product in the stores, it's astounding to me the kind of stores that your product attracts. I have the most contemporary stores, okay,
Mhm.
buying the product. I have the highest end stores, introducing XCVI as an entry level price point, and
Mhm.
they carry the biggest
Yeah.
designs that are on the runways. And then I have, kind of like the more, crossover stores as well, who address an older woman. So it's just uncanny, like I said, that this one product appeals to, every customer, depending on how you assort it.
Well,
So,
I think our lady, our customer, she is very savvy shopper, and she goes to different shops, and she can go to a very contemporary shop or a bridge shop or whatever the vacation spot. She knows how much things cost, what she's willing to spend, and she's looking for the best product.
right,
And that's why, it doesn't matter where she finds it. Um, she will get it from whatever store she finds it in.
that's
So
right. And,
yeah, I
and the good
think,
thing is also I'm finding, and you've tapped into, an underserved market to really offer
yeah.
that extra large size as well. To offer the size, you can make the girl that is in the extreme ends of the spectrum, the petites and also the plus sizes, look and feel incredible.
Well, we were ahead of our times, you can tell. We started a long time ago because we love all the women. We don't discriminate, and we want all of them look beautiful and feel comfortable. And that's the key in designing, to make a woman look better. When you put the clothes on, you should look better in it than before. And this is this is the goal.
That's
In
right.
other words, why?
That's right. And, it's
What's the
important to feel
puzzle?
good in your clothes because there's nothing worse
Exactly.
than, putting something on that you think looks good, but then just don't feel right in it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the upcoming season. Of course, we're going to be
Mhm.
taking XCVI and wearables to Coterie, the biggest trade show of the
Yeah,
season. I'm
very
really
excited.
excited. We just, unpacking now in the showroom all of the gorgeous product that you have sent our way. I already have some favorite pieces. I mean, there's like a denim blazer that's stretch that is just to die for. It's going to be on every order.
Yes.
You already know. Tell me about fall. I want to hear about your inspiration, and then I want to hear, a little bit about like what your favorite pieces are.
Well, fall is very, very exciting. In fact, we had the photo shoot yesterday, so we put everything on beautiful models, and you will see it some at some point online. Yeah, and there were a lot of interesting things. So the main ideas that I really was trying to explore is shape-wise. I like definitely blazers and pants, like the matching two-piece outfits, something that you can easy to wear, easy put on, go to work probably on casual day, or you can separate them and wear with other pieces in your closet. So we have a newer stretch, it's new, like a thicker, beautiful stretch fabric, and we have some a blazer and some bottoms in it, very comfortable. Then of course the twill knit is really, really, it's a cozy, it's a knit, but the pieces were it has a blazer and a bottom, and if you put it on, it's like I said that it's a suit you can jog in, literally, if you want to look elegant while jogging. Obviously, a little touch of satin tops, and that amazing coat you're talking about was in Camille Jacquard, and we did some pieces in that exactly denim wash, so it looks like denim, but
Right.
actually it's a jacquard stretch, and it looks really elegant. The coat is that beautiful length, and even one of the models was complimenting it, and she said, "Oh my God, this length, I love it. It's so elegant, and yet it's a garment dye. You can throw it in the washing machine and then in the dryer, and it will look just like you got it from the store." So it's really beautiful. Peach Skin group, we have a sporty little group, and it has a contrast trim. You did see it probably. It's a black stripe on it, so it's so cute. It has a mini skirt with cargo pockets, and then again, you can put a blazer with the bottom, and if you wanted to dress it up, you can wear a heel with it, and it looks amazing. We even have a little bit of sequins, couple of pieces. Sequins
Amazing.
embroidery, just
Those
to add
are
a
up my
little bit of
alley. I like to
exactly.
shine.
So you can mix it with other pieces, and it's just casual, but it's cute and it's fun. Um, so the soft twill, our favorite, we did on soft twill. We developed this rib contrast that has like this worn ribbed edge to it, and it's kind of it looks just amazing. I love it. I love this group.
Well, soft
Then
twill is another one of our best-selling fabrics. That's
yes,
that's another key XCVI staple. Next to the cotton
yeah,
poplin stretch, that twill, whatever we introduce in that twill, it flies out the door.
yes, I love it, and I love our cargo bottoms in it, and the jackets. Just if you want to have that casual suit, but you want
I
it
love.
interesting and fun looking, not like lawyer, you
Right.
know, the court. Then you put a blazer from the soft twill and a cargo soft twill pants and some nice shoes, and you look
Wow.
amazing. You look effortless, you look cool, you look young, and it's very comfortable. Again, you can throw it in the machine and in the dryer when you need to clean it. So yeah, we have cozy knits, we have amazing sweaters. I love the colors. Um,
Our
so yeah.
sweaters are traditionally in fall. I can't wait to see all the sweaters because traditionally, and I know you try not to like utilize any allergens or wools. So all the
Yeah.
fabrics are extremely, stretchy, elastic, and they feel really great. So I
Yeah.
can't wait to see the new sweaters. They're always another best-selling category. So we're getting
Yes.
new sweaters.
Yes, you're getting beautiful new sweaters. They're super comfortable, very cozy, and interesting shapes, a little detail, something different. So it doesn't look like you bought it off shelf somewhere. It looks like it was designed specifically for our girl. So yeah, there are a lot of different things in fall, and Aida even mentioned that it's interesting. We covered it all. We have a little bit of elegant, a little bit of sporty, a little bit of casual. So you have it all in within the group. So about the colors are exciting this season. So there are three different ideas I had. First of all, the denim and this brilliant blues that were trending for holiday and fall. This beautiful blue color. I don't know if you did see it. It's Egyptian blue. It's very beautiful and holiday and happy. And then it goes back to for casual. It's more of an indigo washes, and so that's the indigo and blue palette. Then we did bring a lot of black because black is back.
It's
And
never went
then
away here in New York, let me
yeah,
tell you.
yes, exactly. And we always, I always buy black when I need a piece in my closet because it just goes with everything. It's so easy. You always have shoes to wear with it. So anyway, lots of black pieces. And then, as you know, probably the beiges, neutrals are very much in. Even like a lot lighter, softer colors, like this aquas. That it's interesting that for fall they do a lot of lighter colors now. Lots of beiges, lots of creams, a little bit of pastels, and then for summer they do now darks. I mean, it's really interesting. And of course the camels, the warm, beautiful palette, traditionally good for fall with our olive that is more in ivy cooler green, and this beautiful like a chartreusey color there as well for pop. Yeah, and we have the burgundy color that called cabaret. So yeah, check it out. It's very, very colorful, very beautiful, and you can create different stories and different feelings from the neutrals to all black to bright colors. Yeah, we have it all.
It's interesting that you had mentioned that you're touching on so many different types of looks, but one thing I can tell you is that something you do very, very well is develop the idea. And so when we're, making a presentation, each group is developed so well. And again, to your point, there's always coordinating pieces. There are, jackets, okay? There are always incredible tops, and of course, an array of pants. There is, the crop pants, the longer pants, the wide pants, the skinny pants. So, and it's so easy to create groups because the easier that we can make it, to buy for stores, the easier it
Yes.
will be for their consumers. And that's what I always tell them. I'm like, it's all about, that head to toe look. Yes, of course, you can buy that item and it's going to integrate and freshen up her wardrobe.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's really easy to sell her, a whole look so that she could just reach in her closet, wear it, and 1, 2, 3 in 5 minutes, she's done. Because who has time these days? Nobody has time to think too hard about it.
Absolutely. You absolutely 100% correct. And that's what we're thinking. That's what I think would really change in XCVI, as we talked about earlier. And also jumpsuits sell really well, or
Oh my
dresses.
God. Jumpsuits, I
Just want
cannot.
to piece
I
on
cannot
and
even
go,
talk enough about your jumpsuits. I have to stop you right there. The word jumpsuit, it elicits such emotion right now. I can tell you that when we first introduced jumpsuits on the line,
Yeah.
okay, I had resistance. I had people saying, oh my God, jumpsuits, my girl, my lady, she's not going to wear a jumpsuit. She's older or she doesn't want to fuss with it. I'm like, listen, just try the jumpsuit. We believe in jumpsuits. Just try it. If it's not going to work, Juan will help you.
Yeah.
Juan is always to the rescue. But what I can tell you is that jumpsuit became one of our best categories. And there is a jumpsuit called the Norris that we recut 3 times and sold out 3 times. So the woman is buying the jumpsuit. If the jumpsuit is right, she's buying it. And you, Lilia,
Yeah.
are designing the right jumpsuits. So we're getting more
Yes,
jumpsuits for
exactly.
fall.
Yes, we do. We do have a jumpsuit for fall, which I think we tried to avoid for a while because I was thinking, well, when you layer on top, because fall is it's cooler weather, so you don't want to layer something on top of the jumpsuit, then you have to remove it. But it's just so popular, and yes, you have a jumpsuit for fall, and it's exactly carefully crafted. Nobody, and I mean, nobody has jumpsuits like ours. It's our trademark. It's that combination of knits and wovens in right places. It's not baggy, because a lot of people did this baggy oversized, which is also cute, and our girl can go and buy somewhere else, but we're doing our thing, which is it looks really flattering, it's very comfortable, and it's very true to XCVI brand.
Right.
So
Again, that's your magic. That's your magic to be able to tailor properly, to accentuate the right parts of a female body, no matter what size she is. And that's
exactly.
why you have the loyal, clientele that we're talking about, because you know how to flatter the female form, and yet, kind of hide and masquerade the parts that we're a little self-conscious about, and make sure that we feel, confident in it. But you also touched upon something very interesting. First of all, the garments are, XCVI is very easy to care for. It's very easy to launder. It washes, it dries. You don't even have to think about it, which is also, I mean, one of the huge selling factors. But you also touched upon something very unique and interesting with the word garment dye. Okay, that's something
Yes.
very unique to XCVI. I always explain to retailers and consumers alike that it's a laborious process to do that. It's an expensive process, but XCVI does it because it's the right way to create a garment. And I think sometimes we forget that a garment is art. Okay, can
Yes.
you talk a little bit about garment dye and explain what that is?
Yes, well, garment dye is when you take a PFD fabric, which is undyed, raw fabric, and then you dye it in different colors and process it. It has a special enzyme. It goes through enzyme finish, and usually it's done when the garment's already sewn. So what happens that actually you need to test shrinkage on these fabrics because all the fabrics shrink in a different way. And for that, they cut special squares, they measure fabrics. In fact, even if it's the same fabric, different rolls, it can shrink differently.
Right,
Uh, so you have to do a lot of prep work to figure this out, how the garment is going to shrink. And then when we mix different fabrics in one garment, those are even more complicated because you need to adjust shrinkages and the fit for that. So it's a very difficult process and very challenging process. But then the best part about it, you can develop your own colors because a lot of people,
right,
if you go to the store and you notice the lines offer only the same colors. It's a black, gray, and some other third color, and that's it. That's why, because they buy already pre-dyed fabrics, and usually it's classic colors. And we develop our palette every time. Like this is the fall palette I was just talking about. This is the
oh,
sweater color.
gorgeous, wow,
Um, and
stunning,
every color, and I personally love in between tones. I don't like just direct colors, that you can call a name, it needs to be in between. If it's
right,
gray, it could be so many grays, it could be
right,
brown or gray or blue or gray or green or gray. The same with the olives, it could be a array of olives, and this olives that we have now, it's more of a bluer olive right here, and then complemented by this more of a chartreusey olive.
right,
So you see, and it's with every
gorgeous.
color, so it's amazing. It's like a beautiful song. When you put the palette together and it works, it's like it's just singing. It's this beautiful tone, you can hear almost. So that's what garment dye is. It's a very tedious, challenging process, but if it works, it's just an amazing opportunity to give our customers different color palettes and
Right.
fun
The
colors.
color names assigned to the colors are always very amusing. Everybody's always
Yeah.
very, very entertained by the colors. Who comes up with the names? That's what I want to know.
I think Crystal comes up with the names, and she is very creative. Our assistant, she was here earlier, but you didn't see. Well, you know Crystal. She is just amazing. She
She
is a very
is.
good writer, actually, me, and yeah, she's very talented. And she, like I said, I give birth, but I don't name the, the garments or the
Ah,
color.
she helps with that. Well, there's the teamwork, you know?
Yes, teamwork, yes. But we ran out of basic color names long, long ago. Like you can't call it like olive, gray, or
Right.
off-white. It's been hundreds of years ago that we ran out of this option.
Exactly. Well,
So
that's
we need
important. You know,
new color
these
names.
days the competition is fierce, you know, and you know, again, we're speaking about all the ways where that XCVI is actually so unique. And another way, yet another way it's unique is the fact that I always communicate that the colors are unique to XCVI. They're all like
Mhm.
reserve colors that you create, so nobody can reproduce it. These are
Mhm.
all
Yeah,
made by hand by you, and you could also talk to that, but there's always special hand washes on the line that have become a signature to the collection as well. People always gravitate toward the special washes that act as a roadmap piece and tie in the group. Can you talk about the
exactly.
process, about these special?
It's like a beautiful rug that ties the room together, right?
Yes.
Yes, it's exactly that. So I developed the color palette first, and then I tried to develop pair group, the tie-dye that includes these specific colors. So yeah, it's definitely what you said. And yeah, it ties the group together and influences the colors that go into group. Yeah,
But
it's just
the labor that it takes, the special attention to that detail and to create all of those unique, and no pieces are alike. No two pieces are
yeah,
alike
it's
because of
all
the
hand
artisan
tie-dye,
approach.
handcrafted. Absolutely, yes.
Yes, those are always very well received. I'm curious. So being, you know, of course, designing since 1996, you must have like an expansive wardrobe. What is one item that you still wear from the very beginning?
Well, you know
Describe
what?
it to me.
That's interesting because I don't actually collect clothes. I'm very disciplined and I don't like clutter. I totally, and this business can be very messy if you don't get rid
Right.
of
That's
stuff.
true. Oh my
You don't
God.
clean your closet. I clean my closet at least once a year. And I keep only, I know, but it's me. I don't get attached to clothes. There are some pieces, yes, there's some pieces that I have for a while. Uh, like this piece, for example, this is a very old XCVI piece that actually never made it into collection, but
Oh
I
wow.
keep it in my closet because I
So
love it.
chic.
Yeah, it's different. Thank you. It's like velvet here and satin and neat on the sleeve, you know, and yeah, I have a few pieces. I have a blazer that I have for years because they just never go out of style. You know, this cargo pocket streetwear. Interesting enough, it's a classic, and if it's part of your style, you can keep the pieces forever and ever.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, you know, talking about a bit of nostalgia, I'm wearing like one of my very favorite pieces. Not only is it one of my very favorite pieces, but I don't know if you remember this
Yeah,
piece.
yeah, yeah,
I
this is
can
a
send you
beautiful thought. Yes.
more
Oh, wow.
detail. But
Mhm.
this was the piece that I was wearing when I flew down to LA to meet with Alon and Aida for the very first time,
Mhm.
talking about, you know, joining forces, you know, to work with the collection. So this piece is very special to me. Um,
Aw.
and it will never leave my closet. And I have to tell you, it looks as magnificent now as it did over a decade ago when I acquired it. I love it.
Exactly. Nicely. Yes. Thank you.
It's
Well, that's
amazing.
what makes my day. You
Um,
just made me very
just another
happy.
thing I wanted to touch upon, you know, recently we started, you know, we started with a core collection. And of
Yes.
course, you know, we have the two elements and people are always confused. What's the difference between XCVI and wearables? Um, so I have my own interpretation. I want to hear your interpretation. And then I want to hear, you know, about the core collection, what inspired you to finally come up with that, you know, considering we have so many requests, you know, on reordering items that are selling so well and people couldn't understand why can't I get back into that, you know?
Exactly. Well, wearables, in my understanding, I know it's not my domain exactly because Aida is the queen of wearables with Alon. But the philosophy behind it is that as you know, we design new collection every 2.5 months or something like that. So when our buyer buys pieces that she loves and orders them to the store, and then they sell out, guess what? In 2 months, she will not be able to get those pieces ever, reorder them again. And that's why we invented wearables, because in wearables you have all those bestsellers, recent bestsellers. Some of them are from the past, but some of them are recent bestsellers that you can still keep reordering for your store and keep selling them. And
Right.
XCVI collection is always new
That's
designs.
right.
So that's in my mind, that's what is the main difference. But you can talk to Aida about it. She knows more.
Right. No, I've become quite the expert as well. So that
Yeah.
you know,
You can interview her.
both segments have a reason to be, and most stores, you know, they just buy them, you know, hand in hand. They buy the XCVI for the forward thinking fashion, for the attention to detail, for the luxury fabrics, and then they go to wearables for the tried and true, the bestsellers, and also
Exactly.
that brilliant reorder program where you can get your trace skirts, the jetters, the Avianas, all of the bestsellers that everybody needs to keep in stock, because believe me, my phone rings off the hook, you know, for those pieces, especially in spring and summer. So
Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
so yeah, I mean, thank you so much for taking us through, I mean, your history with the brand. I mean, I wanted to thank you, and all the women want to thank you, you know, for designing, you know, clothing that empowers them to live their best life every single day, to feel their best
Well,
and look their best.
I just want to thank my loyal customers, and it's all we do. We're trying to create the best product for them. It's definitely a love letter to my customers, and I do appreciate their business. Yes, thank you so very
And it
much. And
shows,
thank
and it
you, Jeannie, for your
shows.
hard work.
It's amazing. I can't talk enough superlatives about working with you, the team, and the incredible products. So, you know, as I mentioned, I've been working with you for over a decade, and I'm, you know, cheers to, you know, another decade plus of working together,
Yes,
dressing
yes.
women,
Cheers,
making them
cheers
feel
to
great.
that.
Okay, thank you so
Yes.
much for joining
Thank you,
us.
Jeannie. Yes, thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Mary, how do you stop this recording without losing this?
End the video.
Are you sure?
Mhm.
But it won't lose the video, right? Okay, it's still recorded. And medium for all? Yeah.
Yeah.